Let me say something uncomfortable right away. If you are proud of what you know right now, there's a high chance it won't matter in 2 years. Not because you're wrong, not because you're lazy, but because knowledge now has an expiration date. For most of human history, learning something meant security. Once you mastered a skill, it protected you for decades. That era is over. Today, information is not rare. Execution speed is. And the system no longer rewards what you know. It rewards how fast you update. Here's the scary part. Most people don't realize their skills are expiring until they stop getting opportunities. Not suddenly, quietly. They're still working, still busy, still trying, but nothing moves forward. This isn't failure. This is obsolescence without warning. Most people assume change is dramatic. They think, if things were really changing, I'd feel it. But that's not how modern systems work. Change now happens silently. Tools improve in the background. Processes accelerate quietly. Standards shift without announcements. One day, what used to be good becomes slow. Not bad, just slow. And slow is fatal in an optimized world. Here's what makes this dangerous. You can be doing everything right and still fall behind. Because effort no longer equals progress. Speed of adaptation does. People who use AI don't just work faster. They learn faster than you can catch up. And every month you wait, the gap compounds. This is why so many people feel stuck right now. They say, I'm working harder than ever, but nothing's changing. That feeling is not imaginary. You're pushing against a system that stopped rewarding raw effort. Modern systems reward speed, iteration, scalability. AI turns learning into a loop. Try, adjust, improve, repeat. Humans without AI learn like this. Try, wait, guess, repeat. One loop compounds, the other stalls. That's why someone with less experience can suddenly outperform someone with years of it. Not smarter, just better aligned with the system. Here's the truth nobody likes to hear. Stability is gone. Careers, skills, knowledge, all temporary now. The future doesn't belong to experts. It belongs to fast adapters. This doesn't mean panic. It means awareness. Because once you understand this, you stop asking, why is this so hard? And start asking, what am I still doing the old way? This video will be useless in 2 years. Not because it's wrong, but because the system will have moved again. The only real skill now is updating yourself faster than reality changes. And most people haven't even noticed the clock started. Let me say something that sounds wrong at first. Trying harder is no longer the solution. For most of your life, effort was the answer to everything. If something didn't work, you pushed more. If you fell behind, you stayed up later. That logic built discipline. But today, that same logic is breaking people. Because the problem is no longer lack of effort. The problem is misaligned effort. You are trying harder inside a system that stopped rewarding effort alone. And the system will not slow down for you. Here's why this feels confusing. You look around and see people who seem to be doing less, yet progressing faster. They're not stressed. They're not exhausted. They're not working longer hours. They're working differently. They don't repeat tasks. They don't start from scratch. They don't rely only on memory. They offload thinking. They automate repetition. They compress learning. AI didn't make them lazy. It made them efficient. And efficiency beats effort every time. This is why burnout is everywhere. People are applying old strategies to a new environment. It's like running faster on a treadmill that's accelerating without you. You feel busy. You feel tired. But you're not moving forward. That creates self-doubt. You start thinking, maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I'm falling behind. Maybe something is wrong with me. Nothing is wrong with you. The environment changed. You didn't. Here's the harsh truth. The system doesn't care how hard something was for you. It only sees speed, output, adaptability. Two people can try equally hard. One will win easily, not because they're better, but because they removed friction. Trying harder will only exhaust you. Leveraging better will advance you. And this is the moment most people miss. They don't lose because they quit. They lose because they keep pushing in the wrong direction. Here is something most people don't realize until it's too late. You are not being ignored by chance. You are being filtered. Modern systems do not evaluate people emotionally. They evaluate people mathematically. Before a human ever notices you, a system has already decided whether you are worth noticing. This applies to jobs, content, businesses, opportunities. If the system does not favor you, you never even enter the room. And most people never realize they were rejected by code, not by humans. This is why outcomes feel unfair. You see someone with less experience, less history, less visible effort, yet they move ahead faster. It feels random. It's not. Systems reward signals. They look for speed, consistency, predictability, scalability. Humans working manually produce weak signals. Humans using AI produce strong, repeatable signals. The system doesn't care how the signal was created. It only cares that it performs. Here's the uncomfortable part. You are not competing against a standard. You are competing against everyone else in real time. Every day, the system compares your output versus others, your speed versus others, your adaptability versus others. Someone else responded faster. Someone else iterated quicker. Someone else improved overnight. You never meet them. You never see them. You just lose visibility. And visibility is everything now. This is why the gap feels invisible at first. You don't fail. You fade. Less reach, less opportunity, less momentum. Not because you're worse, but because you're slower in a system that only sees performance. AI doesn't replace humans. It reshapes the scoreboard. And people who understand the scoreboard don't look stressed. They look calm, because they're no longer fighting the system. They're aligned with it. At this point, there is one uncomfortable truth left. There is no neutral position anymore. You are either adapting, or you are slowly becoming irrelevant. Not useless, not unemployed, not failed, just less chosen. And that is far more dangerous. Because irrelevance does not hurt immediately. It erodes quietly. You still show up. You still try. You still participate. But fewer doors open. The world doesn't reject you. It simply stops prioritizing you. And most people don't notice this happening until years later, when catching up is no longer possible. Here is the mistake many people make. They think adaptation means becoming technical. Adaptation is not about mastering tools. It's about changing how you think about work. One group redesigns the system. The other sacrifices themselves to it. This is where the real dividing line appears. Not intelligence, not education, not motivation, but willingness to let go of old pride. Some people secretly believe, if I didn't struggle, it wouldn't be real. The system does not care. It rewards outcomes, not suffering. And every year, it rewards those who can remove friction faster. AI replaces unnecessary effort. So let me end this clearly. You are not running out of time, but you are running out of denial. This shift will not slow down. It will not apologize. It will simply keep selecting. The future will feel normal to those who adapt, and impossibly fast to those who don't. This video will be useless one day, but the idea behind it won't. Because the line between those who win and those who fade is already visible. Most people just refuse to look at it. Because the only skill that survives is the ability to update yourself faster than the world updates around you. And most people haven't even noticed the clock started.